Hey everyone, welcome to the show. If you don't know me, I'm Aliona, a vegan nutrition coach who is specialized in plant-based diets, emotional eating, and hormone health. Today we are diving straight into a hot topic, keto diet. Specifically, I often got asked this question. What do you think about keto for weight loss? Does it work? So let's unpack that. We're going to get real about keto, what works, what doesn't, whether it's worth your time and money, and specifically look into it from the emotional eating standpoint. Because honestly, diets that restrict you heavily come with a lot of baggage. Ready to dive in? Let's start with this. Keto is a diet. It's restrictive like most diets out there, and that's my first red flag. You see, extreme restrictions lead to breakdowns, whether it's emotional eating or just feeling burnt out. Most people can't maintain these rigid rules long term because, let's face it, no one wants to feel deprived all the time. And sure, if you're able to stick with keto, like with any calorie-restricted diet, you might lose weight. But here is what we really need to ask. At what cost? And will you be able to maintain that weight long term? These are the questions I wish more people asked upfront when they consider diets like keto. Let me share something from my own experience. I recently did a 2-week restorative diet for my liver and gut health. It was clean, simple food, and I felt good about it. But even with all my excitement and clear goals, it was restrictive. No bread, no coffee, no sweets. After just a few days, I found myself thinking about those very foods all the time. I'd see a reel of freshly baked bread and could almost taste it. And normally, I don't even crave bread. But the moment I told myself I couldn't have it, it became an obsession. And this is the core problem with restrictive diets like keto. They make you focus on what you can't have, which can trigger cravings and emotional responses around food. When we give ourselves permission to eat what we enjoy in a balanced way, food stops having that hold over us. We feel more empowered, more in control. So, why does keto seem to work for weight loss? Well, keto eliminates a lot of high-calorie, carb-heavy foods like bread, pizza, pasta, and sweets. These foods are easy to overeat, and you know it. So cutting them out naturally lowers your calorie intake. Carbs hold water, so when you cut them out, you lose water weight quickly. That's why people notice the scale dropping fast and might feel leaner in the first days or weeks of keto. But here is where things get tricky, and this is something not enough people are talking about. Keto, especially when done with a focus on animal products like meat, cheese, eggs, often leads to an increase in saturated fat intake. And we know from research that high saturated fat consumption is linked to higher risks of heart disease and other chronic health issues. At the same time, keto diets typically cut out or drastically reduce fiber, which is only found in plant-based foods. Fiber is crucial for our digestion, blood sugar control, and long-term health. So, while you may get quick weight loss results, you have to ask yourself, is this approach benefiting my overall well-being? Now let's shift the conversation to something even bigger. There is a powerful choice we often overlook in these diet trends, the ethics of what we eat. One of the reasons I advocate for a whole food, plant-based lifestyle is not just because it's sustainable for weight management, but because it aligns with an ethical approach to living. By choosing plant-based, we are supporting a more compassionate, sustainable food system, one that minimizes harm to animals and reduces our environmental footprint. To me, that's the kind of lifestyle that feels good on every level, physically, emotionally, and ethically. And here is the best part. Eating a balanced, plant-based diet doesn't come with the restrictions or obsessions that diets like keto do. It's about fueling your body with a variety of nourishing foods, whole grains, legumes, fruits, veggies, healthy fats that leave you feeling satisfied and energized. You're not battling cravings because you're allowed to enjoy what you eat. There is real empowerment in that. choosing food that not only supports your health but also aligns with your values. So, to answer the question, does keto work for weight loss? In the short term, maybe. But the bigger question is, at what cost? Both to your health and to the ethical choices we have the opportunity to make when it comes to food. For me, the real win is in choosing a sustainable, plant-based lifestyle that nourishes your body, empowers your relationship with food, and aligns with compassion for the world around us. All right, my friends, that's it for today's episode. I hope this gave you some new perspectives on keto and the bigger picture of food choices. If you found this helpful, don't forget to share it with someone who needs to hear it. Until next time, stay nourished.